Hi, my name is Owen Parsons, and today we'll be making a salmon loaf. Now, this recipe is actually from the pamphlet, The Story of British Columbia's Salmon, that was printed during the 1940s. Probably one of the more appetizing ones out of all of them, as, most of them don't have too much appeal. Now, here are the ingredients you'll need. 2 cans of salmon, 1 can of evaporated milk, breadcrumbs, 1 egg, parsley, an onion, salt, and poultry dressing. Make sure to start by cleaning both the onion and parsley. Now you're going to cut up to 2 tablespoons of onion, and the kind of onion you use doesn't really matter. I used yellow onion, for example. You just want to mince whatever you have, preferably yellow, white, either work for this. Both great, I feel. I would have added more onion in the end to the recipe. I felt like it was really lacking, so it's up to you. I understand this is supposed to be a main dish, but if I were to, I would have added minced red bell pepper, since it is lacking in vegetables. Next, mince 1 tablespoon of parsley, and this actually saves the dish a bit, as the loaf will be very bland for the most part. It's recommended to either have this dish with Tabasco, lemon, or even pea sauce. So the main part of this dish will be gold seal salmon. I'll be using 2 7 3/4 ounce cans of wild pink salmon. Overall, the kind of canned salmon you use doesn't matter, but I might as well stick to what the pamphlet says to use. You don't have to. Gold seal salmon doesn't have as much variety as it used to, so you can use whatever you can find as long as you use the right measurements. Next, open both cans of salmon. You're going to want to use everything that's in there, even the liquids. Isn't the prettiest thing in the world, but it's canned salmon. You can't really expect much from it. Next, you're going to want to dump both cans of salmon in. Try to get everything in there and mash it up a bit. You may have noticed that these ingredients are not of the highest quality. You can substitute if you want, but remember that this pamphlet was made during the 1940s, where people were most often poor. Next, you're going to want to open up your can of evaporated milk and measure out 2/3 of a cup. Now pour in the evaporated milk. It may look like a lot of liquid, but the breadcrumbs will absorb most of it. Measure out 2 cups of breadcrumbs and just dump it in. Now you're going to mix the breadcrumbs in with a fork and make sure that all liquids are absorbed. Tossing and tucking is effective when mixing this. After your breadcrumbs, salmon, and evaporated milk are mixed in, you're going to want to put in your parsley and your onion, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of poultry dressing, and your 1 egg. Just mix this all together until you have a well blended paste. I gave up with using a fork and switched to using my hands. A bit unsanitary, but hey, I washed them. Preheat your oven to 375 Fahrenheit. Grease a 7x3x2 pan. You can use any kind of cooking oil, but I used olive oil. Transfer your mixture into the pan and make sure the corners are tucked in properly while leaving a smooth surface. Once your oven reaches 375 Fahrenheit, put the pan in for 40 minutes. Should come out with a golden top and be firm in the center. Now this is going to produce 6 servings, and the size is expected with this dish. I would suggest any kind of green really, as this is meant to be as simple as possible. But overall I think it's a great, cheap and easy to make dish. You will find it to be pretty bland without lemon or some kind of sauce. That's how you make a salmon loaf, and thanks for watching.